नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुराः पाणिर्मधुराः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
तरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुराः पाणिर्मधुराः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
हरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज संहारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है पर सिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरना मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुरभूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय।
सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
Jai Shri Krishna. With reverence, I bow at the lotus feet of Sri Hari and Param Pujya Swamiji Acharya Shri Govinda Deva Giriji Maharaj. On behalf of Geeta Pariwar, I, Dr. Pooja Sharma, extend a heartfelt welcome to all of you in the sacred Vivechan session of 12th chapter of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. Before we begin the session, let us see few points which I have to be put on in your notice that if you don't have any sound, if you are not able to hear, then please plug in the headphone or increase the volume of your device. If the chat box blinking continuously, then tap the bell icon at the top right corner of mute notification. If voice is breaking, then please check the internet connection, and if possible, don't use Wi-Fi, use mobile data. If screen is not visible, then click on the start video in Zoom. If screen is blurry, then it happens due to internet connection. Please switch the network. If suddenly the Zoom stops or you disconnected, then please try to rejoin it, and or you can join the YouTube link, which will be there in your group. But don't miss the session. Now, let us start the session with a prayer so that the negativity gets removed and the positivity will come. For the prayer, I would like to invite Vijay Dhamija Bhaiya from Bangalore. He joined Geeta Pariwar in September 24 and currently giving seva as a Tech and GC. Welcome, Bhaiya.
जय श्री कृष्ण। वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंस चाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्री कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं।
Thank you so much, Bhaiya, for your divine prayer. Now we will move ahead to Deepak Prajwalan. I would like to invite Gundaveni Sarita Didi from Telangana, and she joined Geeta Pariwar in June 24 and currently giving seva as a GC. Please welcome Didi.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you so much for your divine Deepak Rajwala. Love for Krishna in our heart. That's where devotion truly starts. Be kind, be sweet, help everyone. That's why to please the one. So, to understand the secret of 12th Adhyay Bhakti Yoga, we join today's Vivechan session. I feel honored to introduce today's Vivechak Geeta Vrati Shri Deepak Nagleji. Bhaiya is only 25 years old and he grew up in Mumbai, is currently working as a robotic engineer in San Francisco. His interest in the Sanskrit language lead him to join Geeta Pariwar in March 21 and he completed his all exams in June 21, only in June 21 and started giving as a trainer Seva. So to continue his journey, he began teaching Shlokank batch also in January 24, guiding many learners to understand the meaning of Gita Shlokas with clarity and devotion. Now I request Bhaiya to enlighten us with your knowledge.
Jai Shri Krishna. I welcome all of you to your first Vivechan. Till now, you have listened to different shlokas, you have listened how to chant those shlokas. But now you're gonna learn what exactly those shlokas mean. What exactly are you chanting? What exactly are you singing? So, this 12th Adhyaya that you have started chanting, some of you might have already started it memorizing. That we are going to see what exactly it means, what exactly Arjuna and Bhagwan, what are they trying to say in each of those shlokas. And most importantly, we are going to see how we can implement it in our life, how we can learn from those shlokas and use them, utilize them in our lives. And this is very important to us because you're going to hear motivational stories. You're going to learn a lot through these sessions. And you're going to learn how you can bring those shlokas in, how you can implement those shlokas in your life. Then I want to ask you, do you think everyone gets chance to not just chant these shlokas, but bring them in their lives? Do you think everyone gets a chance? Do you think you all chose to be here? The answer is no. We might think that we have decided that we want to join this session. We want to learn shlokas. We want to chant shlokas, but we want to learn the meanings. But no, to be honest, it's Bhagwan who has chosen us. It's God, Bhagwan, who has chosen us to be here. Think about it. There are so many people on this earth. There are billions of people on this earth. How many of them, first of all, know about Bhagavad Gita, what exactly it is? Okay, there might be a significant number, but how many of them start chanting? How many of them start chanting these shlokas, singing this 12th adhyaya, evam satata yuktaye, like that? And now imagine out of them, how many ended up here in this session to learn about what those shlokas exactly mean and how you can utilize them in your life. So, if you think very carefully, it's not that you have chosen to be here. Bhagwan has chosen you to be here because he knows that it's going to help you in your life. Then, because he has chosen us to be here, we shouldn't say that, oh, I have a lot of studies. I don't have enough time to chant these shlokas every day. oh, this 12th adhyaya, yes, I learned it, but how can I chant it every day? It isn't it, do I have time? I have to study, I have to do projects. I have so many tasks. I have homework to do. I have exams coming up. So no, we should not say that we are busy for it. We shouldn't say that uh, we are we are busy to chant even one shloka per day. So even if you say one shloka each morning you wake up, if you just say one shloka, I, initially this is enough. Initially you can start with just chanting one shloka from 12th adhyaya and eventually 15th adhyaya and next all adhyayas. So slowly you can build on that. You can chant two shlokas every day you wake up. So at least some shlokas you should chant, you should sing as soon as you wake up in the morning. It is very important. And why we are gonna learn about it today. In this 12th adhyaya, we are gonna see the first half of 12th adhyaya, and we are gonna see why it is important for us to chant these shlokas, do bhajan, kirtan, hear about Bhagwan, talk about Bhagwan. All of this, we are going to see why it is important for all of us. So, you'll realize when you start chanting these shlokas or you start singing about Bhagwan, you do bhajan, you do kirtan, you do aarti. How many of you do aarti? Have you done aarti before? Have you joined anytime at aarti? You have, right? Yes. How many of you visit temple? Yes, many of you have visited temple. So all these activities that you do for Bhagwan, eventually they bring confidence in you. If you learn these shlokas, you understand their meanings, and once you start implementing them in your life, you're gonna be more confident person. You'll be able to concentrate more. Think about it. Now, when we have exams, right before the exam, if we have to study a lot, let's say there is an exam coming up and there's a huge syllabus, you have like two different books that you have to read from. One has your homework, one is your textbook. And while doing it, imagine you hear your friends playing outside, or even worse distraction. Can you guess what distraction it is? What's the biggest distraction in this day and age that we each time we try to study or concentrate, this distraction distracts us? Yes, make a guess. Yes, TV is a good answer. TV is a really good answer, but can you make an you can type, others can also type. Yeah, Lakshmi ji has guessed it right. Yes, social media in the sense phone, your phone. If you put next to your if you put your phone next to your book, what would happen? You'll get so distracted that no matter how important of an exam you have tomorrow, you won't be able to concentrate. Yes, all of you have so many devices. Some of you are saying laptop, tablet, TV. Wow, so many distractions. Yes, digital devices. That is correct. So, what this Bhagavad Gita will also help you in is that it will help you concentrate. Once you start chanting these shlokas, once you start implementing them in your life, what will happen? Next time you have exam, you'll try to study, no matter how loud the TV is, no matter how loud the phone is. Eventually, you will be able to concentrate so much that you won't even get distracted by it. You won't even know what's going on that TV. Somebody else is watching TV. You are so focused on your studies, you're enjoying your studies so much. You wouldn't even know what series, what show is going on, what cartoon is going on that TV. So, this kind of concentration focus is something that will come in your life if you start learning about these shlokas and implementing them in your life. And another thing is you'll become very confident, motivated. No matter what difficulty comes up in your life, you'll be able to tackle it very smartly. So these are few of the qualities. There are many more. You'll learn about these qualities as well in further adhyas, in 16 adhyas. in 16th Adhyay, you'll know more qualities that will come up in you. But all these qualities, you'll be more energetic person, you'll be exciting, energetic person. And why are these things important? Because even more important than this is you'll become Bhagwan's favorite, you'll become Krishna's favorite, you'll become Krishna's best friend. And why that is important, we are gonna see that in this specific adhyay, 12th adhyay. We're gonna see how we can be his favorite and why it is important for us. What's so important about being his favorite. And all these qualities that I mentioned, confidence, concentration, focus, energetic, all these qualities, they're coming in you because you're becoming like him. If you bring Bhagwan in your life, if you make him your best friend, what happens is you start developing qualities which are coming from him. They say you're the average of your five friends. If you have five friends, you'll have qualities from all of them in you. If your friend is a nice and kind, helpful person, you'll also be nice, kind, and helpful person. If your friend teases people, you'll also start teasing people. So that's why your friends are important. Most importantly, if Bhagwan is your friend, you'll get qualities that originally belong to Bhagwan. You'll be more confident, you'll be more focused, concentrated, and energetic. That's why becoming best friends with Bhagwan is so important. So the point is, the moral is never leave Bhagavad Gita. So you keep chanting one shloka. Every day you wake up, chant one shloka. Even one shloka is good for the beginning. Later you can, if you'll start enjoying it more and more, and then you can do two shlokas. Then you can do three shlokas. Like that, you can increase. And this way you'll be able to bring Bhagwan more and more in your life. So we'll see how all of this is connected to our day-to-day lives. You go to school, you take exams, you play with your friends. How is Bhagavad Gita gonna help all of us in that? How will it help us in exams? How will it help us with our friends? How will it help us in our day-to-day lives? We're gonna see that today. So Bhagavad Gita. Do you know what Bhagavad Gita it means? What does Bhagavad and what does Gita mean? You can type. I want to see what all of you, if you can guess, or if some of you might already know. You can type it. We won't be able to unmute you right now, but if you type it in the chat box, I'll let you know if you're correct. Yes, what does Bhagavad Gita mean? The word Bhagavad Gita. Yes, many of you know, some of you don't know, that is fine. I'll tell you. Bhagavad is by Bhagwan, by God, by Bhagwan. And Gita, you might know the word Gita. We say Rashtra Geet. What does Geet, Gita, these words mean? Yes, song. So it means Bhagwan's song, God's song. It is a song sung by God. That is correct. Now, can you tell me who was part of this conversation? Who did he tell it to? Who was next to him when he sang this song or he said this song? Correct. All of you know about this. Very good. It was Arjuna. You know it's between Krishna and Arjuna. And then, can you tell me where it happened? There was a war going on. What war was going on? What is that war called? It has a whole massive scripture written on it. Yes, the site is Kurukshetra. Very good. But what is the name of the war? Wow, you already know the site of the war. That is really amazing. Mahabharata, correct. It's part of Mahabharata. Mahabharata. Who fought the war between Mahabharata? What were the two senas? What were the two armies? What were the two armies? Who were leading the two armies? Correct. Pandavas and Kauravas. Very good. So many of you already know all of this, which is amazing. And if I ask you who was the hero among Pandavas, who would you say it was? Among 5 Pandavas, who was the hero? Yes, very good. All of you know. I said among Pandavas. So Krishna is a hero, but I'm asking about Pandavas. So Arjuna was the hero. Yes, but you would have heard many different stories. In some story, there is Bhima who has done something amazing. In some story, Yudhishthira has done amazing. But if you see the whole Mahabharata, Arjuna has lived it like a hero, like an ideal person. So Arjuna, that's why he's getting to hear about this Bhagavad Gita from Bhagwan. Then, how many adhyayas are there in Bhagavad Gita? Can you make a guess? How many adhyayas? Very good. Yes, it is 18 adhyayas. And how many shlokas? Does anyone know how many shlokas are there? Some of you, yes. So there are 700 shlokas. There are 700 shlokas in Bhagavad Gita. Do you know why this war happened? I'll summarize it to you. So, why not just the war? Why did Bhagwan start telling Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna? The reason was this war was happening because Kauravas were unjust to Pandavas, even though the kingdom belonged to them. They took away the kingdom and they banished them from that kingdom. Kauravas banished Pandavas. They cheated in a game and they made sure that Pandavas won't come back. For 13 years, they had to live in forest. And even after that, even after agreeing to live in forest for 13 years, they said, we are not going to give you even a small town back. They said, we won't even give you a village back. And it's not like Pandavas wanted to capture the kingdom. It's not like they even cared that much about wealth and everything. The reason, another big reason why they had to fight the war is because the whole kingdom was being troubled by Kauravas. Kauravas weren't a good rulers, they were bad rulers. So even for the goodness of all the huge kingdom, Pandavas had to win this war. Now, what happens? This Arjuna, he goes there and he sees all his cousins, relatives, his grandfather, his teacher on the next side, on the opposite side, and he thinks, how can I even fight with them? I cannot even imagine killing them. And he gets very demotivated. That's why, to tell him about life, why it is important for him to fight this war, Bhagwan tells Arjuna why he should fight and he motivates him. He makes him more confident and he makes, because of that, Arjuna is able to fight confidently and ultimately they win. So, why we are learning 12th Adhyaya? 12th Adhyaya is special because it's shortest and sweetest. That's why we are learning 12th Adhyaya. It just has 20 shlokas. And it is really sweet. They say that if you learn about this 12th Adhyaya, you would have learned the essence of Bhagavad Gita. That's why this short and sweet Adhyaya, if you learn it with your concentration, with your focus, you will learn most important things. You'll learn most important things in your life. Now, what's the name of this Adhyaya? What is 12th Adhyaya called? Can you guess? Can you type it in the chat box? What is the name of 12th Adhyaya? Very good. All of you already know it. 12th Adhyaya is called Bhakti Yoga. Do you know what Bhakti is? If you were to make a guess in very simple words, if you want to say what Bhakti is, yes, you can say devotion, you can say love towards Bhagwan. That would be a good translation. Love towards Bhagwan is Bhakti. Yoga, what does yoga mean? In simple words, if you were to say yoga. Yes, some of you are very smart. You already know this. So there is Hatha Yoga that we do, which is part of exercise, but yoga by default, that word means connection, getting connected. So Bhakti Yoga is connecting with God through love or connecting with God through devotion. So, connection is yoga. What kind of connection? We want to make Krishna our best friend. We want him in our life. And why do we want him in our life? Imagine you go to school, right? If there is a person, if you see there is a boy or a girl in your class who's really smart, who's really kind, helping others, helps you, helps everyone else. Everyone likes such person. Wouldn't you want such person to be your friend? If someone is so helpful, so kind, nice, so smart, so focused on studies, wouldn't you want that person as your good friend? If someone is really kind to you, someone really wants the best for you, if this person wants nice things to happen to you and they are helping you get those nice things, wouldn't you want them to be your best friend? You wouldn't you also love them equally? So that's the reason why we want Bhagwan to be our best friends, because he is the smartest person. He's smartest of all. He's the kindest person. He's kindest of all. Nobody is kind towards anyone else as much as Bhagwan. So that's why we want him to be, because he loves us so much, we also want to reciprocate that love. Like how our parents, like, uh, would you, so right now your parents are taking care of you, they're providing you with food. When you're sick, they're taking care of you. Once you grow up, would you not see them? Would you not do the same things for them? Would you not want them in your life? You do, right? You would want them. You would do the same thing for them, right? You would take care of them when they grow old and they sometimes get sick, right? Why? Because they love us so much selflessly. We also want to do the same thing for them. So Bhagwan loves all of us. He's the kindest person. So that's why we want him in our life. We want to be his best friend. There is no big achievement that we can get other than becoming best friends with Bhagwan. And how to do that, we are going to learn in this adhyaya. So there are many different ways to make this smartest person, kindest person, most uh, bravest person, or most powerful person your best friend. This He's also the most powerful person. There is no comparison to his power, his mightiness. How can we make him our best friend? So there are so many ways. You already know some of them. Can you guess? Can you what all stuff do you do for Bhagwan? I want to see. Yeah, so meditation. Yeah, that is a good answer. Very good. Meditation is a good answer. You meditate on him. You pray to him. That is a really good answer. You do puja. Very good. That is a nice thing. So many. There are many more. Can you make more guesses? Worship. Correct. Reciting shlokas. Very good. Bhakti is a nice answer. Reciting shloka is a new and one of the favorite ones for Bhagwan. Yes, you can do chanting, you can go to temple. Even when you eat prasad at the temple, that is also a form of worship to Bhagwan. Chanting his name is a really good answer. He has told in his in 10th Adhyay that it's one of the best things that you can do for him. Because when we chant, we are remembering him. He can hear that we are remembering him. So if we it's like calling your friend. It's like, suppose you have a best friend and there is summer vacation, your friend goes away. Now you call the person, they will feel good, right? You check on your friend. So just like that, when you do chanting, Bhagwan gets really happy and showers his love towards you. Yeah, very good answers. There are even more ways that we're going to learn in this adhyay, but I'll give you small examples. So some of you might feel that, okay, I like going to temple, but not all the time. Sometimes I don't get time to do that. Sometimes I have exams, I have studies. So what can I do? So I'll give you few examples. So you have hobbies. Some of you like painting, some of you like singing, some of you like cooking. So what you can do is you bring Bhagwan in these activities. If next time you're cooking, think like you're cooking for Bhagwan. How many of you like Maggi noodles? Who likes Maggi here? Yes, many of you. I knew that. Even I like it. So next time you're making Maggi, it's so quick. It's like they say 2 minutes, sometimes it takes 5 minutes, but it is quick. It doesn't take hours to make, right? Many of you would already know how to make it. It's not difficult. So next time when you're making Maggi, think as if you're cooking it together with Bhagwan. Bhagwan is next to you. Or think as if you're making it for him. He's the first one who's gonna taste it. So make it and offer it to him. If you do that, it becomes prasad. That Maggi will become prasad. So what you can do is that if you like cooking, you can cook for him. If you like painting, paint him. If you like singing, sing about him. There are so many songs that you can sing for him. So if you do these things, he'll be there more and more in your life. Not just going to temple, chanting. Yeah, these are the best ways to connect with him. Connect is yoga, bhakti yoga. These are best ways to connect with him. These are one of the best ways to make him your best friend. But there are these ways as well. You can sing about him. You can cook for him. You can talk about him with others. Or tomorrow you wake up in the morning, talk with him. Today I have these plans. I'm gonna go here. I have this exam. I'm gonna do that. All of that you can do for Bhagwan, and he'll become your best friend. So all these activities, they make him your best friend, and he'll also consider you as his best friend if you do any of these. Wherever you bring him in your life, he will also bring you in his life. So we'll learn more ways how we can be his best friend, and uh, why it is important to be his best friend. We'll also learn that in this adhyaya. So uh, in the beginning, Bhagwan and Arjuna. So here Arjuna asks question to Krishna. So let's sing together the first shloka of this 12th adhyaya. Okay. Arjuna uvacha evam satata ye bhaktastvām paryupasate ye chapyaksharamavvyaktan teshāṃ ke yoga vittamaha. So uh, Arjuna is asking uh, Arjuna is asking which of the bhaktas are the best, which of the devotees are most connected to Bhagwan. Now, what do you mean by which devotees, which bhaktas? So there are two types of bhaktas that are previously told, and in this adhyaya, Arjuna is asking Bhagwan. So there are two types of devotees. So, and Arjuna is asking which one of them are are more connected to Bhagwan. Which one of those two are more connected to Bhagwan, or they're Bhagwan's favorite. So, and again, why do we want to be Bhagwan's devotee? Why do we want to love him? Why do we want him in our life? Why do we want to be his best friend? Is because he's kind, he's loving, he's smartest of all the people that have ever existed. He's the smartest, and he's also the strongest of all. So that's why we want those qualities in us as well. And because he loves us so much, we also want to reciprocate this love. So that's why Arjuna is asking, there are two types of bhaktas. Which one of them are better connected with you? Which one of them are more connected to you? Which one of them are easy? Which one of them easily become your best friend? So let's see what these two bhaktas are. Okay. So there are two types of bhaktas. There are two types of devotees. There are two groups who reach Bhagwan. The first is those who worship a form. They're called Sagun Bhaktas. They worship Bhagwan Shri Krishna, they worship Ganesha, they worship Shiva, they worship different, they worship Bhagwan in different forms. But what is common over there is that there is a form that you worship, there is a form that you look at, there is a form of Bhagwan that you think about, there is a form of Bhagwan that you try to talk with, connect with, there is a form of Bhagwan that to whom you offer food, there is a Bhagwan that you sing about. So all of this, when it's happening, uh, you're worshipping Bhagwan in a form. So first type of devotees, what they do is they worship Bhagwan in his form. And there are other type of devotees which worship formless Bhagwan, which worship formless. Now, it's difficult to understand what exactly this formless is. We're gonna hear about it soon in third shloka. But formless is, it's not present as a it's not a murti of Bhagwan. It's the form of Bhagwan that's present everywhere. Like how air is present everywhere, right? How air is there everywhere. If you talk about it, space, sky is everywhere. Sky is everywhere. In that sky, even though there is wind, there is birds, you see sun in the sky, you see the moon, all these things you see in the sky, it's all present in space or sky. Just like that, Bhagwan is present everywhere. He's present inside us, outside us, everywhere. So this existence of Bhagwan, this existence of Bhagwan is called formless. So there are other type of devotees who worship Bhagwan in his formless existence. And do you know how to worship this formless? It's a bit difficult. It's not that easy. You might have heard about it in different stories, ancient stories of different sages from past, different saints. What they do is that they go to a forest or they go to Himalayas and they sit over there. They start doing tapa, they start doing meditation. They try to imagine, yeah, all of this is non-existent, all of this is Maya, illusion. And they see this tree next to me doesn't exist, it's part of illusion. Only true thing that exists is Bhagwan. So once you start seeing Bhagwan in everything while meditating, that way you can worship formless. So these are the two ways. These are two groups of devotees. One is those who worship a form, like there is Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva. There are other ones which are worshipping Bhagwan in his existence, which is present everywhere. So now I want to know which any of you want to worship the formless? Any of you want to go to Himalayas and not for tourism, not to see all the mountains, but sit over there in harsh, cold weather and try to meditate on this formless existence of Bhagwan, experience it within you. Okay, some of you are saying you want to do that, but it's not that easy. You have to sit there at one place for not just hours, days. You don't know if you'll get food or not. It will be so cold, so harsh. Grow very thin. You'll be super thin. So it is not that easy to worship the formless. So the so because we are newbies, have you heard this word newbies? If you're new at something, they call you newbies. If you're new at a game, they'll say you're newbie. So just like that, when we are on the path to become Bhagwan's favorite, when we are on path to do bhakti, when we are on path to devotion, it's we are many of us are newbies in the beginning. So for most of us newbies, it is easier to worship the Bhagwan in a form. It's easier to worship him in a form. Otherwise, imagine worshipping formless, how difficult it might be. Like imagine worshipping air, you cannot see it, right? So it's easier to worship Bhagwan in a form. So for most of us who are newbies, it is easier to worship Bhagwan in his form. So those who do that, worship a form, they're called Sagun Bhaktas. Those who worship a form are praying to a form, and the others are worshipping formless. So now this is exactly what Bhagwan says in the next shloka. We'll see the second shloka and I'll tell you what it means. Okay. Let's chant second shloka together. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Maya Veshya Mano Ye Man Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopetas Te Me Yuktatama Mataha. So here Bhagwan is saying, those kids who continuously think or remember me, those bhaktas, those devotees who continuously remember me. The important word is continuous, not just once. Continuously remember me. He's saying they are the ones who are most connected to me. They are the ones who are my best friends, who are always there for me, and I'm always there for them. So, what is Bhagwan's answer? He doesn't say the first one is better, or he doesn't say the second one is better. His answer is those who are constantly thinking of me, who are constantly remembering me, they are the ones most connected to me. Now, the question is how to do that. Isn't it a bit, but if you think about it, you might feel it's a bit difficult. How can you remember Bhagwan every time, continuously? Because imagine you have to prepare for an exam. How are you gonna remember about him? Or you're walking towards your school. How are you gonna remember him? So the way, yes, that's a good example. If you're concentrating in your class, how are you gonna remember him? We're gonna learn that in this adhyaya going ahead. But to give you a few examples, suppose you're focusing on class. How can you still think of Bhagwan? So over there, what you can do is when you're not in class, when you're free, first of all, there you can remember him. As I said, once you wake up in the morning, you can pray to him, or you can just chant one shloka from 12th adhyaya. Tomorrow you wake up. Every day make a habit to chant one shloka when you wake up. Once you start doing it, you'll slowly start thinking about your best friend, Bhagwan, more and more. So next time, even if you're in a class concentrating, you'll feel like he's next to you. He's there next to you, sitting next to you. He's also studying with you, or he's accompanying you in your studies. You'll feel like that. So that way, even if you're doing an exam or if you're focusing on in your studies, there as well you can think of, if you're going to school, you can think that he's walking next to you, or you can talk with him when you're going to school. So many different scenarios are there where you can think of him and you can bring him in your life more and more. And once you do that, automatically you'll start feeling like he's always there next to you. He's always there next to you. And when he's always there next to you, you're continuously thinking of him. So that way, you're able to continuously think or remember, at least remember him. That is important. So, uh, the focus is important over here. Many times we have, even if we have exams, we are preparing for our exams, or we're doing something else. We are having delicious food that your mom has made. Still, our focus is on our phone. We think, hey, where is my phone? I have to message someone. I have to call someone. I have to look at that video. I have to take a photo. So all these things. Imagine how much you are thinking of your phone. Imagine, even if you're studying, you might be thinking of phone. So imagine if you're able to do that with, uh, put that focus on Bhagwan, he'll immediately become your best friend. Okay. That's his answer is those who continuously remember me, they are the ones who are most dear to me. They are the ones who are most connected to me. They are the ones who are my best friends. They are the ones who are my favorite. They are the ones who have me in their lives forever. Now, uh, now he further clarifies to Arjuna, uh, Arjuna's question, which of the two are more connected to Bhagwan? Which of the two devotees? One who worship a form, the other ones, they don't worship a form, they're worshipping formless existence of Bhagwan. Which of those two are more connected to Bhagwan? He didn't say that right now that these are better or that are better. He just said those who think of me continuously, they are the best, they are the most connected to me. Now he's gonna uh, further answer Arjuna's question. What are the pros and cons of these two? Worshipping a form and worshipping formless. Okay, so let's see the third shloka. Let's sing third shloka together. You remember the third shloka, or you might have it printed next to you. Ye tvaksharamanirdesyam avyaktam paryupasate sarvatra gamachintyancha kutasthamachalan dhruvam. So now Bhagwan is explaining to us what this formless is. Because form, I already told you there is a form of Bhagwan. You worship Bhagwan Shri Krishna, who wears a peacock feather on his head. Sometimes he has a crown on his head. Sometimes he has basuri with him. So this is a form that you see at temples or paintings, or you hear about that form. But what about formless existence of Bhagwan? How it is? So Bhagwan explains that to us in this shloka. What exactly is this formless existence? So he says, uh, it is akshara, yetvakshara. Akshara means it's indestructible. You cannot destroy it. This existence of Bhagwan, it is everywhere. You cannot destroy it. Akshara is imperishable, indestructible. You cannot destroy it. Uh, then he says anirdeshyam. Anirdeshyam is like you cannot point it out. Suppose you see sun in sky, you can show, yeah, there is the sun. You can show it to people. You can show them even the sky. Yes, sky is upstairs. But this formless existence, because it's formless, you cannot show it. It's like saying, show me the air. How will you show the air? If someone asks you, can you please show me the air that you have with you? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna bring an empty bottle? Yes, you can do it, but that air is everywhere. You cannot point it out. So that is anirdeshyam. Then he says avyaktam. Avyaktam is formless. He's saying it's formless. It's not manifested. It's not an avatara, or it doesn't have a form. So he's explaining what this formless is. Then he says sarvatra gama. He says sarvatra gama. It's everywhere. It is everywhere. That's what he says. Imagine how space is. Space has earth in it. It has moon in it. Moon revolves around earth, and then this whole earth is revolving around the sun while the moon revolves around the earth. All of this is present in space. So just like how space is everywhere, it's no matter how far you will go, the space won't end. That's how uh, all this universe is there in this space. So just like that, even the space, even all the planets, us humans, we are present inside this formless existence of Bhagwan. It's present everywhere, no matter how far you go. Right now, many of you might be in India, some of you might be somewhere else in some other countries. Even there, this existence is present. It's everywhere. That's what he's saying. So everywhere, sarvatra gama, achintya. This is an important word. He's making it clear to us that you cannot imagine what this existence is because it's formless. It's very hard to imagine. Uh, so, for example, if there is a blind person, how can you explain colors to him? if there is a blind person, how can you tell him what red is, what is yellow, what is blue? It's very hard, right? Even if you tell him, at max, what you can tell him is that, yeah, you see there are different sounds, right? Sometimes the sound is loud, sometimes the sound is not so loud. Then sometimes it is pleasant, sometimes it is not pleasant. But sound you hear from ears. Similarly, you can say that there is some sensation that you can get from your eyes, that is vision, that is the colors. But still, no matter how much you explain it to him, he wouldn't understand because it is achintya, it is unimaginable. So this formless existence, it is unimaginable because it's formless. Uh, then he says kutastha. Kutastha, it's present in all of us. And he also says achalam. This form, it's not moving from one place to other. It's everywhere. So Bhagwan explains us what this formless is. It's everywhere, just like empty space. It is everywhere. Everything is within it. It doesn't get destroyed. Everyone is within it. It's unimaginable. And that's the most what we can learn about it in this stage. That's the most, if you become Bhagwan's best friend, maybe you'll learn about this existence more and more. But right now, this existence is like empty space. Then Bhagwan says, fourth shloka. Let's look at the fourth shloka. He further talks about this formless existence. So let's sing it together. Sanniyamyendriyagramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhutahite rataha. So, how many sense organs are there? This you have learned in every standard. I remember each first standard you go, they ask you how many senses, what are they? Second standard, again the same thing. Yes, so most of you know there are five senses. Are you able to control all of them? How many of the senses are you able to control? Are you able to control your eyes? Now, what do I mean by control? If there is TV going on and you have to look at your book, are you always able to do that? No, right? Yeah, I'm also not able to do that. I try my best, but sometimes I fail. So, concentration is important. So, eyes are like that. Ears, you have, again, best example is you're doing your homework and you hear your friends playing outside, or you just hear the same thing, TV. What happens? Your head, it moves like that immediately. As soon as that sound comes up, your head moves. So uh, you're not able to control your senses. So sense organs. So, so Bhagwan is saying this, these yogis, these bhaktas who are worshipping formless, how do they worship formless? That's what over here Bhagwan is telling us. So he's saying that they're controlling their senses, and that is also a form to reach Bhagwan, to be his best friend. Why? Because if we are able to control our senses, we're able to focus better. We are able to focus better at our work. We're able to focus better on Bhagwan. That's why he's saying these people who worship formless, they're controlling their senses. Then next is uh, they're seeing everyone equally, even if so. Now this is another thing. We go to school. Someone is our favorite. We have some of our friends who are our favorite. Some people, they haven't even done anything to us, and sometimes we say, no, I don't like that person. That boy, he talks too much. That girl, it's too noisy, annoying. So that's not what we should do. We should be kind to everyone. We should see, no matter if one person is close to you, one person is not part of your group, we should be close to both of them. Sorry, we should be good to both of them. We should be kind to both of them. So The important thing is treating everyone equally, treating everyone kindly, no matter if they're your good friends or if they're not your friends, you should still be kind to all of them. That is what Bhagwan is saying. These people who worship formless, they do. So, all these things, Bhagwan is saying, these devotees, they also reach me. So, Bhagwan is saying, those who worship the formless, who are controlling their senses and worshipping the formless by being kind to everyone, they also reach me. Okay? All of them, they reach me. He's saying, those who worship form and formless, both of them, they reach me. Now, let me see how many of you have had full attention and your senses in control in my in the previous shlokas that I told. Tell me how many types of bhaktas have been mentioned over here in this adhyaya. How many bhaktas did Arjuna or Bhagwan is talking about? Correct, very good. Can you tell me what they are? What do they worship? In what form do they worship Bhagwan? In what existence, I should say. I already gave the answer. Yes, there are two. Two is the right answer. But what form? Correct. One of them worship formless, and the other one they worship Bhagwan in a form. So these two are there. Until now, Bhagwan has said, both of them they reach me. Both of them can be my best friends. Both of them, even the ones who are worshipping formless by controlling the senses, or the formed one by going to temple, doing arti, singing about him, chanting his name. Both of those, they reach me. Now, next shloka is going to tell us why one of the ways is easier than the other. He's not saying better, he's saying one of the ways to worship him, and that is form. The one which is easier is worshipping him in a form is easier than worshipping his formless existence. Why? He's going to tell us in next shloka. Okay? So let's sing the fifth shloka together. Let's do that. क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवद्भिरवाप्यते. So just like we saw earlier, how exactly do the worshippers of formless existence they worship Bhagwan? They have to sit at a place, control all their senses. They shouldn't get distracted by any, even if there is noise, they shouldn't be distracted. Even if there is distraction around, their eyes shouldn't move. They should continuously think how Bhagwan is everywhere, and they should meditate on the fact that Bhagwan is everywhere. And slowly, over the months and years, slowly they'll start experiencing Bhagwan. Like, suppose you wake up, like if you have a really good sleep and you wake up, you feel that inside you, right? It's hard to tell where you feel it. You cannot say that I feel it in my head, or I feel it in my nose, or I feel it in my mouth. You feel that goodness, like that positivity, if you have a good sleep, when you wake up, everywhere. Just like that, it is hard to say how to experience this formless existence of Bhagwan. But if you're able to fully control your senses, not get distracted, and you're able to meditate on Him for months, if not years, then you will be able to experience this formless existence. Now, that's what Bhagwan is saying over here, that this path is a bit difficult. The path of being friends with Bhagwan by worshipping the formless is a bit difficult. It's very difficult. Why? Because we are attached to this body. Because we have this body, we get hungry. Imagine you're meditating. Over there, you shouldn't even care about the food that much because you get hungry or you get distracted because you have ears, you have eyes. It is very difficult. See how difficult it is to even focus when you have homework and the phone is just this one phone if it is next to you, or there is a TV in the room, how difficult it is. Now imagine doing that, trying to focus for years. That's why, because you have this body with the senses, it is very difficult to worship this formless. That's what Bhagwan is telling us. He says the path with form existence, worshipping a form is much easier, because if you have a form, you can think of him as if he's right there with you. You can think that he's your best friend next to you. You can talk with him. When you wake up, you can chant one shloka for him. You can think about him as a person. You can, if he is a person, you can chant his name as well. If it is formless, you cannot, there is no name to chant, because you can do chanting, you can sing, you can paint for him, you can cook for him. All these things you can do because there is a form with him. And that is, Bhagwan is saying, easier than worshipping formless. He's not saying they're better, but he's saying it is easier than worshipping a formless. Now he further tells us what happens if, regardless of if you're worshipping form or formless, what happens if you think of him more and more? If you think or bring Bhagwan in your life more and more, what happens? He tells us in the next two shlokas. So we'll look at those. Let's sing 6 shloka together. ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते. So, this is the 6th shloka, and let's do 7th shloka as well together, because those two are very related. तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्. So, over here, Bhagwan is telling us, those who dedicate all their activities to me, those who continuously think of me. And what do you mean by dedicating all the activities? It's not like when you're taking the exam or focusing on the class, you also focus on Bhagwan. No, what it means is that whatever you're doing, bring Bhagwan in it. If you like painting, paint Bhagwan. If you like singing, sing about Bhagwan. Sing his bhajan, kirtan. Even if you're studying, how can you bring Bhagwan in the activity of studying? He's saying you can dedicate that study to me. Think that you're studying for him. Think that he's your teacher, that your teacher is going to be so happy, because ultimately all the knowledge is coming from him. So this way, even if you're taking exam, think that he's next to you, helping you in your exam, supporting you in remembering everything that you have learned, memorized for that exam. So that way, if you bring him in your activities, day-to-day life, what happens? He tells us in the next shloka. He says, Tesha maham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami nachirat partha manya veshita chetasam. He says, those who are able to do it, those who are able to remember me more and more, what happens to them? I save them from this universe. And what do we mean by save? So this universe, what happens? We get sick. We have to die someday. We have to grow old. And once you're old, it's very hard to even get up from your bed or your seat. It is difficult. It's difficult to walk. Some of the old people, they cannot walk. And you have to die. Then again, you have to be born again. You have to go through all of this. All the suffering that is there is because of these 4 things. There is birth, death, getting sick, and growing old. So all these things, he's saying they can be avoided. He says you don't have to be born again and die again. So he says those who are able to continuously think of me, I save them from all kinds of trouble. Any difficulty that you're having, I save them from those difficulties. I don't let my best friends feel any pain. I take them even beyond, let alone the regular troubles. If sometimes we don't have anything tasty to eat, then we get upset. It's so easy for us to get upset. So he says, let alone that, let alone these minor pains and troubles. I save them from the whole cycle of birth and death. That's what he tells. He says, for them, I'm immediately, quickly present over there. He says, those who continuously dedicate all their activities to me, I am with them all the time. Anything that they need, I'll be immediately present over there. Now, next few shlokas, we are gonna see how we can imp- uh, how we can bring him more and more in our life in a practical way, because it's hard for us to continuously think of him, but we are going to see how we can bring him more and more in our life to ultimately reach this stage where he's always there with us. He's present over there like our best friend. Right now we'll just see one more shloka, and then the rest will see in the next session on the next Sunday. Okay, so let's do one more shloka together, the eighth shloka. मय्येव मन आधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वन्न संशयः. So Bhagwan is saying, fix your mind on me, fix your buddhi, intellect on me. And what he is saying is that if you are able to do that, he's saying you'll always live inside me. You'll always be taken care of by me. I'll take care of you all the time. If you fix your mind on me, if you fix your buddhi, intellect on me, I'll take care of you all the time. That's what he's saying. Now, how to do that? That is a bit difficult part, because if we are playing with our friends, or if we are uh, if we have exams, easiest example, if we have homework, how can we still fix our mind on Bhagwan? That is an important thing. For us, initially, it might be difficult. Initially, it might be difficult to focus your mind on him 24/7, 24 hours per day. But you can do 5 minutes at least. When you wake up, you can pray to him. So slowly, when you start building on that, 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then you can think of him more and more. You'll slowly fix your mind on him more and more. And then there are other ways in which you can also think about him, which we're gonna see in next session. I gave you a few examples. If you like singing, you can sing about him. If you like cooking, you can cook for him. If you are even studying, you can think as if you pray to him before studying, and even once you're finished studying, you can pray to him again, saying thank you for uh, making it possible for me to study well. So these are few ways we'll see in next session that you'll be able to uh, you'll be able to bring him more and more in your life and make him your best friend. Okay. And next session, I want all of you to bring a paper and a pencil. In next session, Bhagwan tells us very clearly who are his favorite among his devotees, who are his most favorite, who are his best, who are his favorite. That he tells with 39 qualities of bhaktas. With 39 different qualities, he's going to tell us very openly what he likes, who he makes his best friend, who he really loves. He loves everyone, but who he loves even more, he's going to tell us with 39 qualities. What we are going to do is an activity. We are going to each shloka, I'm going to tell you all those qualities. In next session, you're going to note them down, and you're going to rate yourself from 0 to 10, how much you have that quality in you, so that next time you'll be able to look back at it and improve on it. You will be able to grow those qualities more, so that Bhagwan becomes even closer to you. Okay. Now we'll do a small prarthana. Okay. Hari Sharanam, 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 Hari Sharanam. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you so much, Bhaiya, for such a nicely and divine explanation of this 12th Adhyay. Now, if anybody want to ask any question, kindly raise your hand and if possible, on your video. Bhaiya will answer your questions if you have any doubt. Ji Brijesh ji, please.
Raise your hand if you have. Yeah.
Sir,
Jai
I
Shri
want to
Krishna.
ask, like, if,
Yeah.
sir, I want to ask, like, that I have to ask a slok that has like I can't pronounce it. I can show you which one.
Okay. If I'm able to see it over here, I'll answer it.
You can say the
Otherwise,
number of the shloka if Bhaiya is not able to see.
1 second. Where is it? Oh, found it.
yeah.
The slok number is 2.
Okay. Any specific word in that shloka, or do you want me to sing the whole shloka?
Sarvan, there is another slok that, yeah. Sanniyamendriyagram sarvatra. I'm like getting problems in that when I'm not doing the class and like intentionally when I'm doing it. When then like I couldn't read the sarvatra one.
Oh, okay. So you break it in small parts. Sarvatra, sarvatra, and you keep saying it. And
Sarvatra.
then you'll very good. Yeah, that is correct. That is the accurate way. Very good. Your pronunciations are really good. You're chanting it very well. Especially first session, just not even 1 week. Very good. Viraj Bhaiya. Oh, so wait, somebody else is.
Durvadrit ji.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
People who worship formless are called
Yeah.
sagunaktas, right?
No, they're nirgun. Those who worship form is sagun. Formless is nirgun.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, sure.
What about the Yetu Sarvani Karmani, that shloka, that meaning?
Can you say that again? I couldn't hear you.
The shloka which says Etu Sarvani Karmani, about that shloka explanation.
Oh, okay. Explanation. So in that shloka, Bhagwan is saying those who dedicate their karmas to me. Now, what does it mean by dedicate? If you're singing, you should think that you're singing. Maybe you're not even singing about Bhagwan, but you should think that you're doing this for Bhagwan. If you're studying, you should think that you're studying for Bhagwan. If you're able to do that, you do two things in just one action. What happens? You're able to study as well, and at the same time, Bhagwan is there in the back of your mind because you're thinking that you're studying for him. You automatically are remembering him. So even if the activity of studying is what you're focusing on, you have already remembered him. So this way, if you dedicate your activities to Bhagwan, you'll end up remembering him more and more in all those activities, and you'll end up becoming his most favorite, best friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Viraj ji.
Good question. Yes.
Yes, sir. What are the two types of bhaktas you have explained?
Yeah, there are first ones, they worship a form. Some of them like to worship Bhagwan in Krishna form, some of them like to worship Rama, some of them like to worship Ganesha, some of them like to worship him by taking his name. Name is also a form. Anything that we can put a label on that as a form. Like name is also his form. If you see Bhagavad Gita, like if you're reading Bhagavad Gita is also a form in which Bhagwan has sang to us. So all these ways are using a form to reach Bhagwan. So that is worship through a form. And the other one is worship through formless, which is a bit difficult, where you have to experience it inside you. You cannot do anything externally to experience it separately. You have to sit at a place, meditate, focus. Don't let your eyes distract you, ears distract you. Control all your senses for months and years, and slowly you'll start to experience positivity within you. You'll slowly be able to experience Bhagwan more and more with you. Now, in previous ages, it was practical, it was possible. Now, very few are there who are able to do this. But for most of us newbies, it is easier to worship Bhagwan in his form, because then we can imagine him as our friend. We can talk with him. If we have any difficulty, we can speak with him. And we even if we are walking to school, we can think that he's walking with us. So that is all possible because you are seeing or imagining a form of Bhagwan over there.
Okay, sir.
Good question. Very good question. Who's next, Didi?
Ji, Naitika ji, you might be receive a request to unmute. Just a second, I'm sending you. Have you received? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You can ask your question.
Sir, I didn't understand two shlokas meaning.
Say it again.
I didn't understand two shlokas meaning.
Which shloka you did not understand?
First is Evam Satata Yuktaye, and second that Maya Veshwamanoyaman.
Okay, so first shloka, Arjuna asks a straightforward question to Bhagwan. Which of these two devotees are better connected with Bhagwan? Which of them are more favorite of Bhagwan? Which of them are basically which of them are better? He's asking not because he wants to compare them, because he wants to know for him which path should I follow. Should I worship a form or should I worship you through formless? That is Arjuna's question. That is the whole first shloka. Second shloka, Bhagwan gives an answer. He says that he doesn't say this is favorite or that is favorite or this one is better connected with me or that type of bhaktas are better connected to me. He says those who remember me continuously, those are the ones who are most connected to me. They're the best bhaktas that are out there. That's what he says in second shloka. Good
Okay,
question.
thank you.
Welcome.
Nishtha ji, please
Mhm.
unmute. You might receive a request. Just a second. Okay.
Yes, Didi, I got it. Jai Shri Krishna, Didi. Namaste.
Namaste, beta. Ask the question.
Didi, Didi, my question.
Ask Bhaiya. Bhaiya is going to answer your question.
Jai Shri Krishna, Bhaiya. Namaste, Bhaiya.
Jai Shri Krishna. Namaste.
Bhaiya,
Yeah,
my
you can.
question is it important to read Bhagavad Gita?
Yes, reading Bhagavad Gita is the best thing you can do. Why it is important is because uh, so you if you want to be a doctor, you need to do the studies for becoming a doctor, right? Nobody will let you do operations on someone or any give injection to someone if you don't have that degree, right? You need that education because it's very important for a doctor to do his job correctly. Same for any other profession. If you want to fly a plane, if you want to be a pilot, it is important for you that you're able to do it very well. Otherwise, many people's lives are at risk. So just like that, if you want to be best at living life, if you want to be best at studies, you want to be more confident, you want to be more focused, and most importantly, you want to be Bhagwan's favorite. For that, this is the manual that comes with us. Each machine, like television, if you get a TV, it has its own manual. It's remote, which this button you press, this will happen. This button you press, that will happen. But this Bhagavad Gita tells us our manual. It tells us how we should live life. What is the best way to live life? What is the best way? Is it to get rich? No, that is not the only thing. There are many other things. Is it to help out others? Yes, that is an important thing. But there are even deeper things that you can do to live the best life. And that's what we learn through Bhagavad Gita. And it ends up making us powerful, confident, focused, and most importantly, Bhagwan's favorite.
Bhaiya, I
Very
have
good.
another question.
Yes.
How to remember the Bhagavad Gita?
By remember, you mean memorize, or are you talking about the meanings?
Yes.
Memorize.
Memorize.
Yes, for memorizing Bhagavad Gita, one trick is you see the meanings of each of those words. Like you might be able to sing so many songs, right? You might know in school they teach you songs. How do you remember them? So many songs. You remember them, right? Because you know some meaning in them. You know what it means. So just like that, if you see some of the meanings of the shlokas, and then then the next part is practice. You keep practicing. Slowly you'll end up memorizing 12th adhyay. Then you will memorize 15th adhyay. Then you will go on memorizing 16th adhyay. And slowly you'll end up memorizing whole Bhagavad Gita. At first it feels tough, but especially for young people like you, it is much easier. Initially, it might feel tough, but slowly, once you start, you'll not even realize how fast I memorize the whole Bhagavad Gita. Yes, very good. Who's next, Didi?
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Aditya,
Namaste, Bhaiya. Jai Shri Krishna.
Namaste, Jai Shri Krishna.
Aditya ji, you are unmuted. Ask your question.
Jai Shri Krishna, Bhaiya.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Bhaiya, what is the meaning of first sloka and fourth sloka?
Yeah. So, first shloka, I told Arjuna is asking question. Which one of the two devotees are more connected to Bhagwan, are closer to Bhagwan, or are better? Those who worship a form or those who worship him as a formless? Who are better? That is Arjuna's question. That is the first shloka. That's why we say Arjuna Uvacha, because Arjuna is saying that shloka. And then second shloka, Bhagwan answers that both out of them, those who are those who remember me are best connected to me, regardless if they're doing form or formless. Both of them are good as long as they're continuously remembering me. And fourth shloka, he's telling us more about how do they worship formless. He's saying they control their senses. They stay focused, they control their senses. They treat everyone equally. They don't treat their friends good in a good way, and those who are not their friends in a bad way. They are good and kind to everyone. And this way they worship formless. That's what he's telling us in fourth shloka. Good question.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Jai Shri Krishna.
Welcome. Jai Shri Krishna.
Richa ji, unmute yourself.
Jai Shri Krishna, Bhaiya.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Bhaiya, did Krishna tell the same words to same language and same words to Arjuna?
Yes, that's the speciality of it. You're not learning it in English or any other language. You're learning exactly how Bhagwan sang it to Arjuna. He used exact same words, exact same letters, and that's how he told Arjuna. It was in the Sanskrit language. So, yes, it is exactly what you're learning here in Bhagavad Gita is exactly what he told during the war to Arjuna. 5,000 years ago.
Thank you,
Good
Bhaiya.
question. Yeah.
Samarth ji,
Hare Krishna, Bhaiya.
Hare Krishna.
I had a question that we worship God in two ways, form and formless. Which is the best way to connect with Him?
Good question. It is the same question asked by Arjuna. So the answer is, I told that in fifth shloka. So in the sense, Bhagwan told us in fifth shloka that uh, he's saying the path to worship formless is a bit difficult, especially in this day and age. Right now, we live at max, most of us would live for 100 years. Previously, they used to live longer. They could do tapas for years without even getting old. So, and previously, because everyone was so pious, they could go to a forest and worship for so long and meditate. They'll grow thinner and thinner, but still they are able to meditate that much and think about Bhagwan in his formless existence. So, worshipping formless, it's a bit tough, especially for people in this age right now. Doesn't mean that it's worse, doesn't mean that worshipping form is better. Both are Bhagwan's existence. This is also Bhagwan's existence, and that is also Bhagwan's existence. But it is easier to worship a form than formless, because imagine so many things you can do. If you're worshipping a form, you can think that, like, even if you're playing a game, you can think that he's sitting next to you and helping you out. Even if you are watching TV, you can think that Bhagwan is sitting next to you as a form. If you like Krishna, it will be Krishna next to you. If with formless, it's hard to. Important thing is continuously thinking of Bhagwan, and it's a bit hard to do if you're worshipping formless. But both are equally good.
And how do we know about the where about Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā? That where was it found and its existence?
So, Veda Vyasa, when he wrote Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita is part of Mahabharata, and he wrote it in advance. It wasn't even he because of his yogi power, he could tell what all is going to happen in that Kurukshetra war, how it's going to happen. All of that he wrote in advance. He didn't disclose it to most people because he didn't want to interfere with their business when they were going to fight a war. But he wrote about it way in advance before even it happened. And Sanjaya was able to see it. Dhritarashtra was hearing it through Sanjaya, and that's how it went. But we have it available because Veda Vyasa wrote it. That's the source, and it's part of Mahabharata. It's not a separate book, it's part of Mahabharata. Good question. Who's next?
Nishka ji, please unmute yourself.
Jai Shri Krishna Bhaiya.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Actually, my question is what's the meaning of Mayeva Mana Adatsva Shloka?
Mayi is in me, inside me, on me is Mayi. Eva. Eva is only on me. Mana Adhatsva. Mana is mind. Adhatsva is fix. He's saying fix your mind on me. Means continuously think of me. Now that is a bit difficult because we are doing so many activities during the day. We are speaking with people. How to do that? That we are gonna see in next sessions. But he's saying fix your mind on me. Mayi buddhin niveshaya. Dedicate your buddhi. All this logic that you're using, all this intellect you have, dedicate it to me. Again, dedicate in the sense, try to remember him as many times as possible during the day. If you're chanting one shloka per day, tomorrow do two and continue with two shlokas. That's how you can focus more and more on him. Today you focused on Bhagwan for 1 minute. Tomorrow you can do 2 minutes, then 10 minutes. You can do a 10-minute aarti for him. And there are other ways wherein even if you're not completely focusing on him, you can still remember him, which we are gonna see in the next session, which is some of those I already told you. If you are making food, You can think that you're doing it for him. You can think that he's next to you helping you cook, and you can offer to him. If you do that, even though you're focused on the activity of cooking, you're still subconsciously you're remembering Bhagwan in that activity. So he's saying, fix your mind on me, dedicate your intellect to me, and if you are able to do that, he's saying, you'll live inside me. I'll always be there with you. I'll always be there with you as your friend. That's what he says. Very good. Good question. Uh, yeah, okay.
Hiravaji,
Hmm. Yeah, you'll have to accept the yes. Okay. Jai Shri Krishna. Can you take your earphones off? I'm not able to hear you very well.
you are not audible, Hiravaji. Remove the headphone and plug out from your mobile your device. And increase the volume of your device.
Yes. You can ask now.
Seventh sloka.
You want to know about seventh shloka, is it?
Yes.
Okay. So seventh shloka, Bhagwan is telling us those who dedicate their activities to Bhagwan. Now, what does it mean by dedicating the activities? Those who are able to think. So, as I said, if you're cooking something, think of him, dedicate it to him. Think like you're doing that activity for him. Or if you're studying, think as if you're studying for him. If you're studying that math or science or language, because you want to do it for him, because he'll be happy. He'll be happy that you are smart now, you have studied. So if you do that, he says, if someone is able to do that with all their activities, if someone is able to dedicate all their activities to Bhagwan, he says, I quickly show up over there. I quickly become their best friend and I save them from any kind of trouble, any difficulties that you face. He'll be the, if you're able to dedicate all your activities to him, he'll help you out in all your activities. He'll always be there with you as your friend to help you out. Not just in day-to-day activities, he'll save you from being born again, having to die again, having to get sick, and having to grow old. That's what he says. Good question. Who's next, Didi?
Siyaji, please unmute.
Jai Shri Krishna. My
Jai Shri
question
Krishna.
is, how do we know that Krishna said all these things?
How do we know Krishna has said all these things? That's a very deep question. Good question. So, first of all, Vedavyasa had written about it even before this Gita was told. So, since that time, we had access to this Bhagavad Gita. Second thing is that if you chant this Gita more and more, if you are able to think about, if you understand this Bhagavad Gita, if you start implementing it more and more in your life, slowly you'll start experiencing Bhagwan. You'll feel his existence. You'll feel that he's there with you. You'll feel that any difficulty that you're having, he's helping you out through that. He's taking care of you. And those who have already gone through this path, we know so many saints that have gone through this path. Those who reached Bhagwan, those who became Bhagwan's favorite, they are able to remember Bhagwan. And they, if you listen to their words, if you listen to different saints who have reached Bhagwan, what they have said about Bhagwan, it matches exactly what's told in Bhagavad Gita. It matches that you should think about Bhagwan as much as possible. Remember him, be kind to everyone, and always dedicate your activities to Bhagwan. We have heard so many stories that how deep of devotees were there in so many eras in past. So through their experiences as well, we are able to see that what they are saying about Bhagwan, it exactly matches what Bhagwan has told us. Similarly, not just Bhagwan Krishna, when Bhagwan appeared in different forms, every time the message that he has given us is the same. Like focus on Bhagwan. If you are able to do that, you'll reach him. So even in different avatars, if you read different text, if you read Bhagavatam, if you read Ramayana, even over there, you will learn about the exact same things. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yes. Good. Nice question. Good question. Who's next,
Bhavishya ji,
Didi?
please unmute.
Does Gita and the Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā are the same?
Yes, Gita and Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā are same. Typically, when we say Gita, it's Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, which is what you're studying right now. But there are some other Gitas as well. There is Ashtavakra Gita, which was spoken by Ashtavakra. There is Uddhav Gita, which was told to Uddhava, who was, if it's part of Bhagavatam. So there are many more songs that Bhagwan has sung, but this is the most popular one because it's concise and it's practical to everyone. In other cases, it was told to specific people who had already reached a very higher stage of spirituality. They were already very close to Bhagwan. But this one that you're seeing, Śrīmad-Bhagavad-Gītā, that's the one that's accessible to all of us and easy to implement for all of us. Good question. All of you have such innovative, amazing questions.
Abhinav
Who's
ji?
next? Yeah.
Yeah. Jai Shri Krishna ka.
Jai Shri Krishna.
My question was that can Sanjay see anything from the place where he's standing?
Yes, so he has Divya Drishti. You'll learn about it in 11th Adhyay and even at the end of 18th Adhyay. So 11th Adhyay, right before this 12th Adhyay, you know what happened? Bhagwan showed his infinite form, that form nobody has seen before. It has infinite faces, it has infinite teeth, bellies, you can see the whole universe, planets and everything in that form. So that's not just in that adhyaya, it is not just Arjuna Uvacha, it is also Sanjaya Uvacha in that adhyaya. So some of the shlokas in that adhyaya are said by Sanjaya. That means he is able to see that. He describes what he is seeing over there. Arjuna also describes what Arjuna sees, but Sanjaya also describes what he is seeing over there. And that's the reason why he is able to see and listen to Bhagavad Gita. Like he is able to see Krishna telling Arjuna Bhagavad Gita live. Not that he's just hearing it, he's able to see that. Because this Divya Drishti, which was given to him by Vedavyas. Good question.
Only Vedavyasa gave him, or he did tapasya and took that boon?
No. Vedavyasa gave it to him. But yeah, he was very pious person. He was very, very pious person. That's why he was able to see it live. There were other four Pandavas there. Even though they were present in that scene, they couldn't see anything. They couldn't see that this form is there or what exactly is happening. Right? Even though they were there at that place. So Sanjaya was very pious, that is true. But he didn't have to do separate tapa. Vedavas gave it to him for multiple reasons, including the fact that he wanted to tell it to Yudhishthira. Sorry, not Yudhishthira, to Dhritarashtra. How this war happened, why this war happened. So he was telling it live when he was seeing it. Good question.
That means
Yeah.
Sanjaya told Dhritarashtra about the Mahabharata war.
Yes, not just Bhagavad Gita, the whole war. And I should also clarify, he's not telling it, when I said live, I didn't mean at that moment. That war happened. And then later, when Dhritarashtra asks Sanjaya, why exactly this war happened? How? And how did Pandavas win? How did my kids die? That time, Vyasa gives Sanjaya this Divya Drishti, this divine vision, because of which he is able to see what was going on 10 days ago. Even before Bhagavad Gita was told, how they were preparing for war, how many big elephants were there, all of that he could see. And each part of the war he saw, and he told that to Sanjaya.
But he could see
Sorry,
the.
he told that to Dhritarashtra, not Sanjaya told it to Dhritarashtra. Yes.
But Sanjay could see the front which will happen, that also, or only which is going
No,
on.
he was given the Divya Drishti after the war. The war was finished, and then he saw everything again.
Okay.
Yeah, good question.
Dhruviji, yeah, hats off, you are answering all the variety innovative questions.
Jai
Jeet-
Shri Krishna,
Yeah.
Bhaiya.
Jai Shri Krishna.
So my question is that is there like a reason behind that we start with like chapter 12, not chapter 1 of Gita?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, there are multiple reasons. First of all, it is shortest, so it is easy for you to uh, pronounce or learn how to pronounce 20 shlokas rather than first adhyay which has 47, second adhyay which has 72, 18th adhyay which has 78. That's the first reason. Second reason, it is short and sweet. You'll get the essence of whole Bhagavad Gita. You'll learn what's the most important part of Bhagavad Gita just with these two sessions, just with 20 shlokas. So that's why it is like tiny medicine that we can take rather than having to go. Of course, you should go through other adhyas as well, but this is just in 20 shlokas, you're able to get most of his essence. So that's the second reason. And yeah, so going 15th is also next you'll learn 15th. That is also the shortest adhyay. It just has 20 shlokas. And also these two adhyas are very sweet, very these are sweetest adhyas. You'll as you hear more about their meanings, you'll understand what I mean. Good question. Hmm.
Viratji,
Yeah.
unmute Bhaiya. Viratji, unmute. There is the option. Have you received the option of unmuting? I have sent you. Can you unmute? Yes.
Yes, ma'am, I could.
Yeah.
Sir, I have another doubt.
Yes.
How to memorize the slokas, like this sloka is in this adhyaya and this number of sloka?
So to memorize the shlokas, the best thing you can do is you can look at the meanings of each of the words. If you do that, see, like you do you you might know so many songs from school, like they teach you nursery rhymes and stuff, different kinds of songs. Why do we remember those? Because we know their meanings. So if you look at meanings of each shloka, few words in each shloka, then it's easy for you to remember. Next, when I'll give you more examples in next session as well. But if you see the meaning, that is the one thing that helps. Second is practice. You have to practice. That is an important part. But one step at a time. If you just focus on one shloka, two shloka, slowly you'll do 20. And then initially it feels tough. If you do 20, the next 50 shlokas will be much easier to you than the first 20. So that's how it goes. And you know so many, imagine how many songs you know. So many songs you would already know. Even though you're so young, you'll know so many songs that are taught to you in school. Your friends might be singing some songs. So here, imagine it's like 18 chapters are like 18 different songs. You will be able to memorize it. Just takes some time. You will need some time for that, but that happens with practice. Good. Kritika ji.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, you said that if Krishna will save us from all the sickness and old age, but how can we stay from the age? We always keep growing, right?
Yes. So this birth that we have, yes, we grow old. Today I'm 25 years old. Tomorrow, next year, I'll become 26. That is correct. But have you looked at Bhagwan? Yes, he was born, he grew up as a kid, he became an adult. Did he ever grow old? Even right now, when you see Shri Krishna Bhagwan, or even in past few centuries, so many saints have actually seen him, who were so close to him, who became his best friends. They were able to see him in real life, even though he was supposed to be born 5,000 years ago. So Saint Mirabai, she was able to see him in, I think, 13th or 14th century, even though Krishna was actually born so long ago. So why? Because Krishna doesn't grow old. Yes, he took birth, but for our benefit, for helping all of us. But he doesn't grow old. He doesn't have to face birth and death cycle. He doesn't have to grow old and die and take another birth. Even if he is taking birth, it's for our benefit. But we have to do that. We have gone through so many births, we don't remember them, but we have been through so many lives, different, maybe humans, sometimes not even humans. So if you reach Bhagwan, you will, just like how you'll get his qualities, you'll become brave, you'll become smart, you'll become strong. Same way, you'll get other qualities of him as well. You wouldn't grow old, you wouldn't have to, even if you might, you might grow old in this life, but within this life, if you reach Bhagwan, you wouldn't have to take birth again. You will exist with Bhagwan forever.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Mitul ji.
Mitul,
Jai Shri Krishna, sir. Jai Shri Krishna, ma'am.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Sir, I wanted to ask the question: is there like a reason why there's like exactly 700 shlokas?
Exactly 700 shlokas. Not that I know of. I don't think there is a particular reason. It just, and not all are like, it's not like 700 are said by Bhagwan. I think 640 or something, 650 are said by 635. That is the number said by Bhagwan. There are shlokas that are spoken by Arjuna. There are shlokas spoken by Sanjaya. There is shloka said by Dhritarashtra, and it's part of Mahabharat, which has more than 1 lakh shlokas. But yes, this Bhagavad Gita happens to 700 shlokas. That is correct.
Okay.
Ji,
Upasana
Upasana
ji.
ji.
Why Dhritarashtra did not took the Divya Chakshu?
Why did Dhritarashtra not take Divya Chakshu? First of all, Sanjaya was special. He was very good devotee of Bhagwan. He wasn't an ordinary person that they just gave uh, the divine vision. He was very pious. He was also dedicated to Vedavyasa. So because of that, Vedavyasa gave him those eyes. And even, I told you, even other Pandavas couldn't see, even though they were so pious, they couldn't see the war. Sorry, they couldn't see Bhagwan telling Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. They couldn't see the Vishwarupa. Only Sanjaya could see because he was that special. He was that big of a devotee. That's why Vedavyasa gave him the divine vision. Dhritarashtra wasn't that pious. He was on. He wanted Kauravas to win. He allowed Kauravas to gamble in that game and cheat and let Pandavas get defeated uh, incorrectly, even though they should have won that game. He allowed this Kauravas to cheat, so he wasn't as pious as Sanjaya. That's why he couldn't. He wasn't given the vision. Good question. Yeah.
Okay.
Bhushan ji.
Yeah,
Jai Shri-
Bhushan ji, Jai Shri Krishna. Can you turn your camera on?
Yes, sir.
Good. Yes.
How to think about Krishna while eating?
Good question. So, yes. So, while eating, you can first, before you start eating, you can thank him for the food. In fact, in 15th Adhyay, the 14th shloka, you can just chant that shloka, 15th Adhyay, 14th shloka, to thank him for letting you eat the food. So that is the first thing you can do. So already when you do that, subconsciously, somewhere in your head, you're thinking of him. Imagine, imagine, as I told before, if you have a really good friend, but because of summer vacation, he went away, he traveled somewhere. Then in June month, he came back right before school. Now school hasn't started yet, but still you are in your home, you haven't even met him yet. He just arrived in his house, which is a bit far from your house. In a week, you're gonna see him in school. But just because you called him, you learned that he's back, even though you're doing your daily activities, even though you're
Yes.
cooking, though you're playing some games, you will still be thinking of him. You'll be thinking, yes, soon I'll play this game with him. Soon we'll eat this thing together. So just like that, if you uh, pray to him in the beginning or thank him for the food, you'll be able to subconsciously you will be able to remember him. Next thing you can do is that while eating, if nobody is around you, you can think that Krishna is around you. You can talk with him while eating. You can
Yes.
you can talk how, if it is dinner, you can tell him how your day went. Instead of watching TV, you can bring him there and talk with him while eating. So that is
Yes.
also something. And finally, once you're full, you can again thank him. This is exactly
Yes.
what this is a really good question. This is exactly what we are going to learn in next session, how to bring
Yes.
him in our regular activities.
Yes.
Good question.
जी ध्रुवदीप जी.
Ma'am, sir, what is Chakravyuha and what is it used for and how is it formed?
Chakra Vyuha, it's a technique that is used wherein it is a technique used in war. It is a technique used to defeat specific warriors. So in that Chakra Vyuha, if let's say Abhimanyu was defeated in that, so the person that the opposing army wants to defeat, they surround that person. So many warriors from opposite army who want to defeat this person. They'll surround him in big circle, and then they will attack this person in specific skillful ways that he won't be able to defend. This is a technique that is used in war. They surround a warrior if they want to defeat him.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
अभिनव जी.
Sir, in the chakra viha, they would attack the middle person, right? The
Yes.
chakra viha is it an endless maze?
What do you mean endless space?
I mean, is the chakra viha endless or it goes round round?
So it's not like they're going one by one. All of them are attacking simultaneously. And they'll go on till the person is defeated, or if this person defeats all of them. But yeah, that's how, like, it's attacking up, and it's a very specific technique. It's not like they're just gathering in a circle around someone and attacking them. They're doing in a very particular way that somebody else might be attacking. So this warrior in the middle, he might try to defeat them, but till then somebody else might attack. So that's how it will go. Yes. Anyone else has any other question?
Anybody is having any question, any doubt? Okay, I think there is no more question. There are so many questions has been asked, the innovative, different variety of questions. So
Yes.
go ahead for the vote of thanks. I highly appreciate Bhaiya's efforts that he answered all of the questions. Thank you so much, Bhaiya, for your time and
Of
for
course.
your sharing,
Yes.
enlightening us.
Thank you all my small kids, Sadhak, who asked so many questions, who joined from Zoom as well as from YouTube and watching, understanding this Adhyay. Thank you so much. Thank you, our backend team, our technical assistant for conducting such a Zoom session nicely. Thank you, all of you. Let us move for the prayer. I would like to invite Ratna Manjari ji from Bhubaneswar. She joined Geeta Pariwar in 25 and currently giving seva as a GC and technical assistant. Prayer Didi.
जय श्री कृष्ण दीदी, जय श्री कृष्ण भैया।
जय श्री कृष्ण।
योगेश सच्चिदानंदम वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्म संस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ओम श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु।
Thank you so much, Didi, for your divine prayer. Thank you so much. Now let us chant Hanuman Chalisa together.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारि बरनउ रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा गानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र औ ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीना तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नो निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरई हनुमत बल बीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर गोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़ हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
Now we will meet next week for further 15 shlokas of this Adhyay. Till date, I, Dr. Pooja Sharma, take your leave. Jai Shri Krishna.